Joey Votto has agreed to join us to talk about the last 24 hours. And Joey, you issued an apology last night for the comments you made about both Canada and Canadian baseball. So what made you decide to apologize?
Well, because I was wrong, and they weren't a reflection of how I felt. And I mentioned in my apology that I was jealous, and that my comments were short-sighted, and I feel very strongly about that. I was they were throwaway lines in a casual conversation that couldn't connect less with how I feel about the city of Toronto, the country of Canada, and my fellow Canadian athletes. And you know, I wanted to make sure that I made that right, because I couldn't be more embarrassed by what I said. And you know,
you spoke in your apology about being overlooked by Canadian baseball, not being drafted by your hometown Blue Jays. I have to ask, if you felt so strongly, why did you agree to play for Canada at the World Baseball Classic in both 2009 and 2013?
Well, I was excited about playing for both those tournaments. I'd played in a few different tournaments in the past, but again, you know, I had mentioned several different instances, including not getting drafted by the Toronto Blue Jays, and I just think I was asked that question, and you know, I just felt in the middle of that conversation, I just felt jealous of being asked, you know, in the city that I live in, about another Canadian athlete having a big moment. I thought to myself, man, like, I haven't had that big moment, and it's immature, childish, clearly selfish. And in a casual podcast conversation, I totally was reckless with my comments, and I most definitely hurt a lot of people, and I embarrassed myself, and I feel awful about it. And you know, I'm sorry to James Paxton. I had mentioned in my apology, obviously the Jays, but most importantly, I feel terrible about the message I sent to the youth in Canada, to all the people that work hard in Canada's baseball programs, whether nationally, provincially, and most importantly, locally. You know, I feel confident that a lot of younger, both boys and girls, look up to me and get excited about possibly one day playing a professional, you know, softball or baseball. And here I am saying I don't care. And it couldn't be less, I couldn't feel less connected to that comment, and for that, you know, I just feel like what a silly thing to say, and for that I'm sorry, especially to the kids.
We appreciate you taking the time to talk to us. Thank you.